Hello, followers. It's a very exciting day today. As last video we described, we finished book 2 of On the River Gran Among the Quadi. And lucky for myself and for all the listeners, now we get to read book 3, In Carnuntum. And again, pronunciations are never guaranteed to be accurate. So let's see what we're getting into here. Number 1. Not just that every day more of our life is used up and less of it is left, but this too. If we live longer, can we be sure our mind will still be up to understanding the world, to the contemplation that aims at divine and human knowledge? If our mind starts to wander, we'll still go on breathing, go on eating, imagining things, feelings, urges, and so on. But getting the most out of ourselves, calculating where our duty lies, analyzing what we hear and see, deciding whether it's time to call it quits. All the things you need a healthy mind for, all those are gone. So we need to hurry. Not just because we move daily closer to death, but also because our understanding, our grasp of the world, may be gone before we get there. Again, he's pulling themes from that last book or the last chapter, where don't sit around idly contemplating of what you're going to do, because you're always wasting time. That there's more of an element of hastiness and got to get it done so far. But really what he's getting at here is, you can live to be 100, but if you're in a nursing home from 85 with dementia and spend the last 5, 10, 15 years of your life just fading in and out of reality, of awareness of what's going on, well, it sounds by Marcus's understanding here then would be that your life ended when you went into that nursing home and you didn't really have the capacity to grasp onto concepts of life, of what it is to be human, the intentions behind your actions, and move forward and go through life with intention. Rather, you would be living life, and you'd be alive, and you might certainly be able to enjoy quite a bit of life still, but as we're starting to gather, though, what Marcus Aurelius here really enjoys out of life is that pursuit of figuring, that curiosity, figuring out what's out there and why, and relating concepts and discovering new things, and just that natural curiosity, curiosity plus the ability to act on it and delve into it, keep pushing that edge forward. And I definitely resonate with that. I think a lot of people would resonate with that. It'd be somewhat similar, I imagine, to going on a cruise or going on an all-inclusive vacation. Being in a nursing home or sitting in your rocking chair at home it might be more luxurious, it might not be as luxurious as going on a cruise. But when you're in those types of spaces, you don't have a lot of responsibilities other than to eat, get up whenever you feel like it, eat, have fun, and there's nothing wrong with that. But as I've said before, I think a lot of people would get bored with that after, if the cruise, if you're like one of those COVID cruises that got stranded offshore for weeks or a month, I think it would get stale after a bit for a lot of people. And essentially, though, when your mind begins to go on you, I don't know for sure. Maybe if your mind goes enough, you wouldn't even know your mind's gone, and every day is just a happy day, and that would be excellent. But it sounds like what he's saying here is twofold, or two ways to see it. Like, either you are aware that your mind isn't working as sharply as it once did, or quite more dulled, but maybe there's still drive to do stuff, but you just can't have the mental, what would it be, like executive functioning to hold two concepts in your mind and think on them. It's just, you can't hold them, and they fleet away even though there's a desire. I think that's more so what he's getting at. So, like almost like a living hell for him really would be wanting to do these things and not being able to think on them or act on them. But secondly, though, he could be getting towards just a more general, someone who's just stuck in their mind for large parts of the day, unable to really do anything. And I don't think they know that that's happening. They just slip in and out of reality or of their persona. And for anybody who's known anybody with dementia or Alzheimer's, that can be very scary for some people. And it's just like blocks of time are chunked away and there's no recollection of it. Some people though just are happy, and they eat some eat some pudding and watch the same show over and over again, and have visitors come, and they don't know if it's been a few weeks or a month since the last time they've seen that person. But I think he's mainly getting at someone who still has some awareness of who they are, but has no capacity or very limited capacity to do anything about that anymore. And that we never know when that's going to come. It could come with old age, a stroke, a car accident, or a hard bonk on the head. Lots of things can bring the mind to that state. And so it sounds like just yet another reason to, if there's something you want to get done in the world and explore, an idea, an action, you name it, a hobby, get to it sooner than later before you can't. And that's where we'll end it. Thank you.